sát Westminster và Hiệp hội Cứu Quả tại quận Cam. Hãy bảo vệ thành trì chống cộng và sự tồn vong của thành phố. Xin quý cử tri dồn phiếu và vận động người quen bầu phiếu cho chúng tôi, Mark Nguyễn. Xin quý vị dồn phiếu cho chúng tôi, Mark.
Lá cờ sẽ bay 24 giờ một ngày và chúng tôi mong rằng lá cờ này bay mãi cho thế hệ sau. Xin quý vị một tràng pháo tay để cảm ơn đến ban tổ chức cũng như là ban quản trị của Thương xá Phước Lộc Thọ. Xin được cảm ơn tất cả. Kính thưa quý đồng hương, đặc biệt là cư dân của thành phố Westminster và Midway City, chúng tôi là Chí Charlie Nguyễn, cũng được biết với cái tên quen thuộc trong cộng đồng là Charlie Nguyễn Mạnh Chí. Chúng tôi đang ra tái tranh cử cho nhiệm kỳ thứ 3 Sở Môi trường Vệ sinh Midway City, được bầu cử vào ngày 5 tháng 11 tới đây. Xin quý cử tri thuộc thành phố Westminster và Midway City dồn phiếu cho chúng tôi, Chí Charlie Nguyễn. Chúng tôi cũng xin quý đồng hương và quý vị quen biết chúng tôi bằng cách mời gọi những người thân quen của mình đang cư ngụ tại thành phố Westminster và Midway City bầu phiếu cho chúng tôi. Quảng cáo này được bảo trợ bởi Friends of Charlie for Midway City.
Ngọc Hiền TV xin trân trọng kính chào quý vị khán thính giả thân yêu của Ngọc Hiền. Hi, Mr. Carlos Manzo. Good afternoon. Welcome to my YouTube channel.
Thank you for having me. Good evening. Here it's about 5 p.m. here in the city of Westminster. So nice to be on your show.
Yes. Oh, I think it's echo on your side. I think on your phone or I don't know. Yeah.
Let me see. I'm still echoing?
The sound, yes. Okay, I think it's good now.
Okay.
Yes. Quý vị khán thính giả thân yêu của Ngọc Hiền, ngày hôm nay Ngọc Hiền được hân hạnh chào đón ông nghị viên của thành phố Westminster là ông Carlos Manzo ở tại quận hạt số 2 đến với chương trình của Ngọc Hiền TV. Quý vị, yes, Mr. Carlos Manzo, would you please tell us about your background? So Vietnamese community in District 2 would like to know more about you.
Yes, thank you very much for having me on your show. Again, my name is Carlos Manzo. I've been residing in the city of Westminster since the late 1980s. My wife and I have been married for 32 years. We have we have four adult children. And we have 4 grandchildren. And my day job, I'm an electrical supervisor during the day. And then I got involved in city politics. I served on the planning commission for 8 years. I got elected to the city council in the year of 2020 during COVID. So it was I've been there for 4 years, and right now I'm currently seeking to be elected to a second term for another 4 years. Just a little bit about me.
Thank you. Dạ, kính thưa quý vị, ông Carlos Manzo là người đã sống ở tại thành phố Westminster cuối thập niên năm 1980. Wow, you've been living there so long time ago, 40 plus years. Rồi ông Carlos Manzo có 4 đứa con và có 4 đứa cháu nội, quý vị. Và ông ta cũng là một giám đốc về điện, và ông ta đã được đắc cử vào quận hạt số 2 vào năm 2020 quý vị. Và kỳ này ông ta trở lại để ra ứng cử cho cái chức nghị viên ở tại thành phố Westminster vào cái địa hạt số 2. I would like to ask you why you decide to run for re-election this year.
I made a promise to myself and to the community that, 4 years ago when we won the first time in 2020, that I would serve for at least one more term. And I think we've been doing a lot of good things in the community, and I want to keep that going. So I've made that promise to keep fighting for the city. Right now, we are doing good things, even though there's some challenges. We've been doing a lot of positives currently right now with at least the mayor and the vice mayor and myself have been doing really good, and we're moving our city in the right direction, including with our current city manager and our assistant city manager and our police chief. And the three of us on council have been doing a really good job moving the city in the right direction. And that's why I think it's important that myself keep going and making sure that we win this election to keep the city moving in the right direction.
Ok. Và ông Carlos Manzo, lý do tại sao Ngọc Hiền hỏi là lý do tại sao ông ra ứng cử kỳ này sau 4 năm, thì ông ta nói rằng là ông ta quyết định ra ứng cử để làm việc cho cộng đồng, cho cái quận hạt ở tại thành phố Westminster, quý vị, bởi vì ông ta cảm thấy rằng là hiện tại thành phố Westminster có rất là nhiều chuyện đang xảy ra, cho nên là ông ta muốn làm sao để thành phố đi một cái con đường hướng đúng, đi thẳng một con đường, quý vị. Và hồi nãy Ngọc còn thiếu một chút là ông ta đã từng phục vụ 8 năm Planning Commission, có nghĩa là ông ta đã từng làm trong cái ủy ban về quy hoạch, quý vị. Okay. So would you please tell us about the 5.2 the agenda last time, because some of there are two councilors that always make chaotic and spread the fake news on social media, and they did a lot of press conference in front of the chambers. So would you please tell us more?
Yes.
I would like to show you on my screen. Can you please explain what are the purple color for what purpose, for what area, and the blue area?
So this map that you're currently looking at, this map was adopted by the city council in the year 2016.
Oh.
This map was a long process.
Oh.
It took a lot over a year. We had with every 10 years, cities should be updating the general plan. This map that you're looking at right now is called the general plan. We hadn't adopted a general plan. Our city hadn't adopted a general plan since the year 1996. So it was long overdue. And so in the year 2016, this map, our general plan, was finally updated to include new districts called mixed use. And so this is just a plan. Doesn't mean that you have to build anything. It's just a map that any developers or any businesses need to follow this general plan. But again, this map that you just showed, it was adopted in the year 2016. I'll continue, but go ahead if you want to translate that.
Ok. Quý vị khán thính giả, cái bản đồ mà Ngọc Hiền mới vừa show ra đó là cái map đó là năm 2016. Cái này là general plan, có nghĩa là cái kế hoạch cũ khi mà thời cụ thị trưởng Tạ Đức Trí đó, quý vị. Cái này là nó đã lâu lắm rồi, và quý vị nhìn thấy cái 6 cái hình mà màu tím tím đó, cái này là đã cũ lắm rồi, cho nên là họ không có đụng gì tới cái bản đồ này hết, quý vị. Okay, can you please?
So then the question goes back to that you asked was of the item of 5.2 that was before the city council in September 11th of this year in 2024. That agenda item simply was that for the staff to continue studying two areas where the council had decided to create two specific plan areas, similar to what we did with the mall. So those two areas were alongside Westminster Boulevard between Golden West and Hoover, and the other one, I believe it was in the Little Saigon area on Bolsa. And so that was simply to look at, keep studying of what is the density means, how many units per acre be able to develop. So there is no project. There never has been a project. This is simply a study that council directed staff to continue a study that we already have. The staff has already been looking into. The two council members that are creating this chaos and destructive behavior and fear, and putting fear into the community, it has no truth. There is no project. No project exists, and never at any time has the city council ever mentioned the word mobile homes park at all.
Yes.
This is simply a study, and the two council members, since this is the election time, they're basically putting fear into residents at mobile home parks in order for them to prevent them from voting for myself or Mark Wynn or the mayor. And that is, to me, that is flat out evil. That is flat out evil that they're using the mental health of residents for political reasons.
Right.
You cannot get any more evil than that.
Right.
You cannot get evil than that. And I'm used to it. If they want to attack me, that's fine. Go ahead. But to put fear into the residents, that I cannot accept. And that these people are just flat out evil. And I hope that the residents finally see how these folks, these political machine that we have in our city for years and years and years, have been putting fear into them, and they are not there for the benefit of the Vietnamese community at all. They're there for themselves, to keep them in power. To, as you can see lately in the news, you've seen the news of some of our supervisors, county supervisors. They're in the same political circle as them. So these are the same folks that are trying to put fear into the community about us, about myself, about the mayor, Chief Charlie Wynn, about Vice Mayor Kimberly Ho, and now they're trying to tie Mark Wynn into it. He's not even elected.
Yes.
Just to so they don't vote for them, and that's the only reason that they're doing this. They know that they're lying. They know there's no truth to this. So that is just flat out evil in my opinion.
Theo như ông Carlos Manzo nói rằng là cái này đó là cái hành động để mà họ Carlos Manzo quý đồng hương, cử tri ở tại thành phố Westminster không có bỏ phiếu cho ông Carlos Manzo hay là anh Mark Nguyễn hay là thị trưởng Charlie Chí Nguyễn, cho nên là họ dùng những cái thủ đoạn đê hèn kế bẩn rất là ma quỷ, rất là xấu xa quý vị, cho nên là họ tìm đủ mọi cách để mà họ đưa ra những cái tin bịa đặt xạo láo cho mấy cô mấy chú mấy bác ở tại những khu mobile home, để mà mấy cô mấy chú mấy bác sợ bị khủng hoảng tinh thần, bị lo lắng, hoảng loạn, để mà mấy cô mấy chú đó bỏ phiếu cho hai kẻ này cùng với lại ông Joseph Ngô Đình Lượng quý vị. Và cái dự án này họ chỉ nói về, tại vì mười mấy năm rồi họ mới có một cái cuộc gọi rằng là nghiên cứu, và họ chỉ tham khảo thôi chứ họ không alongside với lại cái đường mà Lido Sài Gòn với lại Boulevard, what Boulevard?
I think it was Bosa
Boulevard, yes. Cái đường đó người ta chỉ nói, người ta chỉ nghiên cứu cái dọc theo cái con đường ở Lido Sài Gòn như Bosa Boulevard thôi, chứ không có nói về, không có đá động gì tới cái những cái nhà mobile home hết. Nhưng mà những người này họ dùng những cái thủ đoạn đê hèn như vậy quý vị, cho nên và ông ta cũng có nói về cái vấn đề là bởi vì họ trong cái vòng xoáy của cái một người cựu giám sát viên, có nghĩa là ông Andrew Đỗ, ông ta cũng nói về cái vấn đề đó, họ cùng vòng xoáy, họ cùng băng đảng với nhau, cho nên đó là họ đã bị cuốn vào trong cái vòng xoáy đó quý vị. Okay.
Yeah, and then even during one of the meetings that we had, a special meeting, Councilmember Nam Quang Nguyen, he brought out an illustration.
Yeah.
He brought out an illustration of a commercial site.
Yes.
He was lying, saying that was a mobile home.
Yes, I saw that.
It was the Garden Grove Boulevard in Springdale, and currently it's all commercial area. That when we went to the Las Vegas for a convention to try to bring developers and ideas to the city.
Oh my God.
We told them this is a something that a potential site that maybe the property owners could someday maybe do something similar to this. That means, and there's no project. It just means that there's something that can fit there if that was the wish of the property owner. That was not a mobile home site, but
yes,
he was trying to trick
yes,
the community to believing that was a mobile home site. That was right now there's the skating rinks place there. It was not a mobile home place, and those are the kind of tricks that they're doing right now to try to manipulate the residents into believing them, and not voting for myself and Mark and the mayor for his re-election to Midway City Sand District. So again, there is no project.
Yes.
They keep saying that they want to put on the agenda to stop 5.2. Well, there's nothing to stop because there is no project.
Yes.
Nothing to stop. There's all it simply was direction from the city council to continue studying this area for a potential specific plan. The specific plan, what it is a plan that sets the rules in place of what can and cannot be built as far as the height, the depth, and how many units per acre. So that's nothing to undo. So that is going to come back to the city council, and we're also going to have study sessions with the community. They're called workshops or town hall meetings.
Oh.
Where the community comes in and gives their input. Just like we did when the general plan was updated. It took over a year to do it because we had multiple town hall meetings.
Yes.
Multiple where the community came in and
yes.
they came in and give their input and actually drew what they thought was good ideas. So that takes a long time because we cannot do a specific plan or a general plan update without the community. The community has to be involved in every single step all the way through. So we are going to have that. And the two council members, they keep lying and lying and lying. They say that we don't want community input. That's an absolute lie because this process cannot happen without community input. That is the process, the legal process.
Yes. Okay. Thì ông ta nói rằng là bởi vì hai người nghị viên này á, cứ đưa ra những cái luận điệu xạo láo, họ tố cáo, họ nói rằng á, là thị trưởng tới Las Vegas để gặp những người mà những nhà đầu tư này nọ để mà làm sao để mà đưa ra cái dự án này riêng rẽ đến bên giống như tới Las Vegas để mà giống như là nó có những cái gì đó, nó là những cái việc làm mà nó không có rõ ràng minh bạch đó quý vị. Thì hai cái người nghị viên này rất là xạo, và cái dự án này đó, cái này đó là có phải qua nhiều cái buổi họp mà cộng đồng thành phố cũng sẽ đem trở lại, và họ phải có họp những cái buổi mà trong town hall, có nghĩa là trong những cái buổi họp mà có tất cả người dân tới, thành phố phải mời tất cả người dân tới, và người dân phải có mặt ở đó, và thành phố phải hỏi ý kiến người dân coi người dân có đồng ý hay không. Dự án này là những cái dự án mà ở đường Garden Grove Boulevard rồi Little Sài Gòn này nọ đó, những cái đó thôi chứ không có động đậy gì tới mobile home hết. Nhưng mà cái process, cái quá trình đó quý vị, nó rất là dài, phải qua nhiều cái cuộc họp như vậy thì phải hỏi ý kiến của người dân, chứ không phải, chứ thành phố không có một cái quyền gì mà qua mặt người dân hết. Và ông ta nói rằng là bởi vì hai người này đó, họ cứ nói láo, họ cứ đưa ra rất là nhiều chuyện láo xạo, cho nên là đây là một cái trò chính trị rất là dơ bẩn.
Yeah, so simply all this chaos that you see recently at the city council meetings, it's simply just for political purposes. That's it.
Yes.
That's the only reason you see it. And again, seeing this to me is that when you're there preying on the mental health of, in the mobile home parks, typically the community that lives there is a low income.
Yes.
English is a second language, so they don't really understand the law. Seniors, it's like those are the most vulnerable community members, our residents, and for these people to scare them, I don't know how they can live with themselves, and I don't know how they look at themselves at night in the mirror and think that they're a good human being.
Yeah.
Those are just really, I mean, I don't even know what words I can use to describe how horrible people these are, to create those lies, to scare those residents. I'm hopeful that the community sees how evil these people are and stop voting for these people, because they're not there for the community, they're there for themselves.
Oh yes,
and
right.
to benefit themselves. They're not there to help the residents. Hopefully, and the residents are. I'm really hopeful that the residents can really see the truth, see who really is fighting for them.
Yes. Ông Carlos Manzo nói rằng là đây là cái thủ đoạn chính trị của họ rất là dơ bẩn, để mà người dân nghe những cái tin bịa đặt xạo láo như vậy rồi xong rồi không có bầu cho ông Carlos Manzo. Nhưng mà không thể nào tưởng tượng những con người này là mỗi ngày là họ tìm ra mỗi 2 tuần đó là họ đưa ra những cái tin bịa đặt xạo láo như vậy. Không biết là họ nhìn vào gương, hay là con người của họ có thể đối diện với lại thượng đế như thế nào. Nhưng mà ông ta mong rằng là người dân phải yên tâm, không có hội đồng thành phố không có nói gì tới khu mobile home hết, và người dân phải đừng bao giờ nghe hai cái người nghị viên láo xạo này, một người nghị đực và nghị cái này. Và ông do you know you see Joseph Ngô already stand up on the last meeting, and when he speak up last time, And I was surprised that he couldn't speak English well. He only speak Vietnamese and then translate, and then he put it on the Google Translator.
Yeah.
Yes. So I said, oh wow, what a disgrace, you know, and very uneducated and very low IQ and low, you know.
Well, I mean, here's the other thing too, is like, so how can we elect somebody who is creating all this chaos, all these lies, before he's not even elected? So just imagine the destruction that he would create if the community were to elect him. I mean, I feel so scared for the community that somebody like this would even be considered to be a city council member if he's doing all this fake news and scare tactics to the community. And then the point that you're making is, if you want to be an elected city council member, you should have the capacity to present your case and be able to speak,
English, right?
English.
Yes.
I don't care if you have an accent. My Spanish, just so you know,
Yes.
my Spanish is not that good.
Oh.
It's good. It's okay, but it's not like fluent. And so it's okay. I know that because I have a Spanish. When I speak Spanish, I have an accent, like
Yes.
American an accent. So that's okay. You have an accent, but you should be able to communicate in the English language somewhat, because our meetings are conducted in English.
Yes.
The community. So if he doesn't know, then how do he expect to be able to do the job as a council member? I just don't understand how that would be possible.
Yes, because I saw that and I was surprised, so surprised. Oh my God, ridiculous! I cannot believe a candidate for city council cannot speak English. How can he sit there and he talked to each other? He talked to Nam Quang like Vietnamese to each other. This is American. This is the America. Everybody have to speak English, right?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, of course. Our meetings by law have to be conducted in the English language. So, like, again, if he doesn't know how to speak English language enough, then how can he expect to do the job?
Yes.
Yeah, just can't.
Exactly. Yes.
But yeah, it is. I mean, the thing that scares me more about him is how destructive he's behaving,
Mhm.
as a candidate. So imagine how destructive he would be as an elected official, and for him to attack our police department, say he wants to. From what I heard from some of the residents that heard him, said that he wanted to dismantle our police department.
Oh, really?
That's what they're telling me. So I was like,
Oh my God.
he wants to outsource. Outsource is the word. It means to hire a different.
Translate to my to Vietnamese. Yes.
Yeah, so it was,
Yes, ông Carlos Manzo ông nói rằng là ông ta rất là lo lắng, lo sợ cho cái cộng đồng của chúng ta, cái thành phố Westminster, bởi vì hai người này đã cấu kết cùng với lại ông Joseph Ngô đó quý vị, ông Ngô Đình Lượng đó, thì quý vị có tin rằng là một người ứng cử viên mà không thể nào nói tiếng Anh được không? Đây là cái luật của Hoa Kỳ, ở đất nước Hoa Kỳ. Chúng ta ai đều cũng phải nói tiếng Anh hết, chứ chẳng lẽ nói tiếng Việt với nhau. Và ông ta có nghe phong phanh đó quý vị, là nếu như họ được đắc cử 3 ghế đó, ông Ngô Đình Lượng á, được đắc cử đó, thì ông ta sẽ bỏ luôn cái sở cảnh sát của thành phố Westminster. Đây là một cái sự việc kinh khủng. Khi mà Ngọc Hiền nghe ông Carlos Manzo nói đó vậy, trời ơi, I cannot believe when I heard that they dismantle.
Well, I heard the word outsource, which it means the same. Outsource means to bring police from outside, outside our community, hire like another agency. that's what I got the reports from the community. I've listened to him speak at his fundraiser, I don't know, his rallies. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's pretty scary.
That is really scary.
But we can't have that. We can't have that kind of thinking. Our police department is what keeps us safe. Keeps us in our community. They're good. They're here in all the police officers. They spend more time in our city than they even do at their own home. So this is their home. Westminster is their home, and I know a lot of the police officers well, and I know they really care about our city, and they want to see our city succeed. They want to keep our city safe, and so we're working together. It's important that we work as a team to protect our residents. So so that's why
You're right.
I support our police officers and keeping them.
Yes. Ông Carlos Manzo nói rằng là không thể nào tưởng tượng là họ có cái kế hoạch như vậy, và ông ta nghe như vậy, ông ta ủng hộ cảnh sát thành phố Westminster, và cảnh sát rất là quan trọng. Nếu như mà bỏ luôn cái sở cảnh sát thì làm sao người dân khi mà có chuyện gì thì gọi ai quý vị? Và cảnh sát luôn luôn bảo vệ người dân, và trong cái thành phố tất cả mọi chuyện chúng ta đều cần cảnh sát. Cho nên ông ta nói rằng dễ sợ, và ông ta chiến đấu để ông ta nói rằng là lúc đầu đó Ngọc Hiền dịch không hết quý vị. Ông ta chiến đấu với lại những kẻ này, và ông ta ủng hộ cảnh sát mạnh mẽ, và ông ta nói rằng ông ta sẽ chiến đấu với lại những kẻ nghị viên mà quay nát cái thành phố này quý vị. Okay. Yes. So I heard that, and I saw that you did a lot for Vietnamese community. You support our Black April every year, and a lot of works. Can you tell us more so that we know? Because actually, I just know you shortly. So can you please tell us?
Yeah. I mean, I've always there's that perception. People, they lie all the time and say, "Oh, that I don't care about the Vietnamese community," which that's false, because for years and years, growing up in Westminster, we have a large Vietnamese American population here, and my kids grew up, school all the way from kindergarten all the way through high school. Myself too, working here, living here, my neighbors, my co-workers, when I was on the planning commission, I'm the one that pushed through with a new temple on Chestnut. They were doing some construction, some remodeling of the temple. I was on the planning commission, and they needed to, they have a fence that they needed be approved so they can save money. And for the design of the fence, and I'm the one, as a planning commissioner, I was the chair of the planning commission. And I pushed that through to make sure it got approved, because of the funds, towards the end of a construction, your funds are like barely getting by, so it was going to be less expensive.
Yes.
With this version of the fence, so I made sure that they got approved. During COVID, there was a lot of rhetoric, a lot of evil and mean rhetoric towards Asian Americans in our country because of the COVID virus. And I was the one on council who made the motion to approve an anti-Asian American hate resolution in our community, to make sure that all our residents are protected and safe from any kind of hate speech or any kind of violence towards our residents, Asian American residents. I was the one who supported the Black April, during the week of Black April, for us to fly the yellow flag with the 3 raised stripes along Bosa Boulevard, Magnolia. So we do that. We're going to do that every April. I was the one who made sure that we supported the mayor proposed to add names, 3 names, name changes to our 3 streets in Little Saigon area, Little Saigon district.
Yes.
Well, I'm the one that supported him. I thought it was the proper thing to do.
Yes.
Little Saigon area. So those are the things that I've just a few things that I've been working.
Yes.
To support our.
Ask, which temple do you remember? The temple that you were.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right or not. Is it New Temple? It's on Chestnut and Hazard. Do New.
Điều ngữ.
Yeah.
DIEU and GU. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for a lot of things, I've been supportive of our residents, and rightfully so, because we're one community, we're one together. You know, that's the way I see it. I don't see it being, separated. Vietnamese American, Hispanic American. No, we're supposed to be only one community.
Right. Okay. Và Ngọc Hiền có hỏi là nghe nói là ông đã làm rất là nhiều cho cộng đồng người Việt ở tại thành phố Westminster. Thì ông ta nói rằng là khi mà ông ta làm ủy viên ban kế hoạch đó quý vị, thì ông ta đã giúp cho cái chùa Điều Ngự, và ông ta đã resign rồi ông ta giúp để mà làm sao để cái chùa Điều Ngự đó họ làm cái hàng rào cho tốt, rồi ủng hộ về và giúp cho cái chùa Điều Ngự đó để được làm cho xây cho nó tốt. Thứ nhất, thứ hai nữa là cái khi mà thời Covid đó quý vị, thì ông ta đã đưa ra một cái nghị quyết là chống lại cái nghị quyết mà kỳ thị người châu Á, người Mỹ gốc châu Á đó quý vị. Và thứ ba nữa là ông ta đã cùng với lại thị trưởng đưa ra cái nghị quyết đồng ý chấp thuận cái nghị quyết mà cờ vàng được treo ở trên đại lộ Bosa vào năm 2019 quý vị, một tuần trước khi Tết và một tuần sau khi Tết. Và ông ta cũng đã làm như là cũng cùng tác giả với 3 cái tên đường đổi thành đường Lê Lợi, đường Tự Do và đường Quang Trung. Đó, cho nên là ông ta đã làm rất là nhiều cho cộng đồng, và ông ta nghĩ rằng đất nước Mỹ này không phải là bởi vì ông ta người Mễ hay là người Việt Nam hay là người Mỹ trắng hay là gì hết không. Tất cả chúng ta đều là một, không có ai không có ai mà phân biệt là người da màu, người sắc tộc này hay là sắc tộc kia. Rất là hay. I'm really amazed and surprised that you are very you are really what do I call you are super conservative.
Well, I don't know. It's because I'm older, my older age. I don't know. I just, I try to look at it as just it's common sense, common sense. We have to be, one of the things that I know we need to get better at is dealing with the homeless issue that we have in our city. We want to be the humane thing and offer help. We just, this June, we finally opened our navigation center in the city of Garden Grove that we joined with the city of Garden Grove and the city of Fountain Valley in Westminster. And then this navigation center to help, it has 100 beds, and it has counseling for drug and alcohol addiction, for mental health issue counseling, and job placement. So we have that. We want to offer the help, but at the same time, if they don't want the help, then we need to be a little forceful and say, hey, it's time that you move on, and not being negatively impacting or taking over our city parks. because the city parks are for our community to use, for kids to use in the playground, our residents, if they want to go walk their dog to the park and things like that. And right now, I think we need to use a little bit more force to try to get that, at the same time offer the help. But I don't know if that's conservative or not, but to me it's a common sense that what about our residents? Our residents pay taxes, they work hard, and they deserve to be able to use our parks. They deserve to have clean streets. They deserve to have a healthy and a nice looking city. And that's our job. It's not about fighting and playing all these political games to trick the community. It's about caring and working for the community first. And that's what we need to focus on as council members. And I know that I worked with Mark Wynn when he was on the planning commission with me.
Yes.
We served together, I want to say like 2 years maybe. And I know that he is somebody that's responsible, that cares for the community. And I know that he would bring that same mentality and that same passion to city council. So I'm really hopeful that residents in district number 3 really support Mark and vote for Mark, because I know him. I know how good a good person he is. And district 2, hopefully the community sees the good work that I think I've been doing and how much I care for our city.
Yes.
And I hope that they make the decision and vote for myself. I know I see on the comments on the right, and
Yes.
thank you all of you who are listening.
Yes.
And I really appreciate your support, and I really appreciate your good wishes, your comments. I'm here to help. I'm here to help everybody in the community. Again, it's not about me.
Yes.
It's about you. It's about the community. It's about helping. And I really strongly feel that we're one. We're just one community, and that's the mentality that we need to keep. That we're one, and we need to help each other in any way we can. So thank you, and again, thank you and I'm glad to answer any questions that you have. That's what I'm here for.
Yes, I would like to translate. Ông Carlos Manzo, ông ta rất là dễ thương quý vị, và ông ta nói rằng không phải vì tôi ra ứng cử cái chức này để tái đắc cử để phục vụ cho người dân. Quý vị là là người Việt Nam, người Việt Nam tị nạn. Tôi rất là quý, rất là cảm ơn, rất là cảm kích và biết ơn khi mà tôi đọc những cái dòng bình luận ở phía bên phải đó. Tôi rất là cảm kích và cảm ơn quý vị. Những lời bình luận của quý vị đã rất là, tôi vô cùng biết ơn và tạ ơn quý vị, bởi vì quý vị đóng góp một cái vai trò rất là quan trọng cho cái kỳ bầu cử này, và quan trọng là người dân chứ không phải là quan trọng là tôi. There is one question the audience would like to ask. I would like to translate, since you are in city council and on this political road, have you ever met any colleague like city councils that are doing bad stuff like in Phỏng West or Nam Quang?
That's a good question. No. When they first came on, I just, when the meeting would be over, I would just leave out the back. We leave out the back door, and I would just think to myself, man, these people are. I don't even know the words. It's like so bad. It's like I never experienced anything like this in my life. It's one thing to have disagreements, which that's fine. That's perfectly fine. There's been times where with a current mayor, Charlie Wen, and I had disagreements, but he never disrespected me, and I never disrespected him. When we're on the council, it's about being professional. I know this because I attended events, outside of the, other events in the city or outside the city, and they were always professional, making sure that I was announced, because if there was a Vietnamese event where I don't speak Vietnamese, I would see the mayor. He would go to the announcer and say, "Hey, make sure you announce myself, Carlos, in the right." So he was always making sure that being professional. And with these two new council members, oh man, it's not. It's very unprofessional. The discord is there calling. It's almost like I don't even want to say childlike, because I know that we teach our children to have good manners, to say thank you, please, and all those things, and these two don't even do that. So you can't even say that they act like children, because our children doesn't act that way. Children are we always teach our children to have good manners, and it's not about, to them, it's just about causing chaos and destruction and prevent city business from going forward. So the first time I met Amy, I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble, but and had never met her. The very first meeting that we had when she got elected in 2022, and people who I told this story to, they say, she was just joking. She was just joking, because what she said to me, she, at the very, very, very first meeting, she didn't know what to do with her purse. Like, she didn't know where to put it, and I told her, just put it on the bottom, there by your feet. And she goes, oh no, because you might steal it. And then I said, what? You might steal it? And then that caught me by surprise. I'm like, why would you say that? We don't have a joking relationship. I don't know her enough for us to be joking in that manner.
Yes.
And then, so that, to me, now that I think about it, going back, she was showing me exactly who she was. She was showing me exactly the disrespectful person that she is. And I feel sorry for the people who are around her, because, when people show you who they are, believe them. Believe them, because their actions tell you who they really are. Words are just words, but action speaks louder than words. So when they show you who they are, you believe them. And they can, to me, these are the worst that could have happened to our city. Having these two be on city council is definitely the worst that I've seen in our city, for sure, for very sure. So it's just a very sad time for our city right now. And so this election is extremely important for the future of our city.
Yes.
I hope that the residents make the right choice.
Yes. Thì ông Carlos Manzo, ông nói rằng là ông chưa bao giờ gặp những người mà đồng viện mà kinh khủng như vậy, những người đồng viện mà xạo láo như vậy. Và phải nói rằng là cô Amy Van West này là ổng không biết nhiều, nhưng mà khi làm việc chung đối với vị thì có rất là nhiều sự, phải nói rằng là lộn xộn, rồi cô này cổ nói leo, rồi cổ muốn nói sao nói. Rồi quý vị thấy là trong những cái buổi họp đó thì ông Carlos Manzo với lại bà Kimberly rất là ít nói, hai người không có nói cái gì hết. Và bà ta muốn làm trùm thiên hạ, cho nên phải nói rằng là ông ta chưa bao giờ thấy những cái trường hợp mà hai người nghị viên này kinh khủng. Và hồi nãy ông ta cũng có nói rằng là anh Mark Nguyễn hy vọng rằng là quý đồng hương ở tại khu vực số 3 dồn phiếu cho anh Mark Nguyễn, và ở tại khu vực số 2 dồn phiếu cho ông Carlos Manzo, bởi vì anh Mark Nguyễn là một người rất là tận tâm, một người có lòng, một người xứng đáng, và một người có tài có đức quý vị, và anh ta chỉ muốn vào trong thành phố để phục vụ cho cộng đồng, cho người dân. Và Ngọc Hiền, excuse me, there are some anti fans here.
Okay.
They said, why I am a Republican, I interview you as a Democrat. I would like to react on that.
I can answer that one.
Yeah. What is your opinion about that?
See, that's where these I don't agree with that, because what is that saying that just like Amy, she thought I was a bad person because why? Because I'm Mexican?
No. Yes.
So why is it wrong for registered Republicans to work with registered Democrats? That is the problem in our city and in our country, that we're divided. We here in our city, I bet you if we have a conversation, I guarantee you that we would have more in common than we have in differences, because we live in the same city, we shop in the same stores, our kids go to the same schools, we live, we take our, why should we not have a conversation? Why should we not talk?
Correct.
That is what's wrong with our country, that just because you're one is registered Republican, that all of a sudden that we're just bad people because we have a D or an R next to our name. No, when you don't want to have a conversation, then maybe you need to look at yourself, that you're already what's called prejudging. Prejudging is prejudice.
Correct.
You're prejudging me, because that means prejudice, prejudging. So that is, if you think that way, then that is bad on you for thinking that way, because if we have a conversation, I guarantee you we have more in common than we do apart. So that is not the way to have a healthy society, and that's not a way to have a healthy city, and not a way to have a healthy community. And if we bound together and work together for the cause of our children and making a better life for them, then we will accomplish it. But if we are divided, then we will not accomplish anything.
Yes, correct. Yes, and one more thing. For example, like Kamala Harris is a woman, right? And if I'm also a woman, if I'm not voting for her, I'm not a woman. No, that is not right? Yeah. So I have my choice.
For sure.
Choice and my freedom, who I want to vote and who you want to vote, right?
That's why that's why we here in America we have democracy, because it's okay to have different opinions, but we should be able to come together and have a conversation, and healthy and respectful conversations.
Right.
And it's okay to have differences. That's what makes this nation a great nation.
Yes.
That's why we're not a communist nation. That's why
we're not
we're democratic nation. That means we have able to express our different views, and it's be okay. And no violence, no anger, none of that. We don't need that. So
yes.
Hopefully I answered the question.
Right. Ngọc Hiền muốn dịch lại một chút, là ông ta nói rằng tại vì Ngọc Hiền muốn phản biện lại, có hai người vô đây nói Ngọc Hiền rằng là Ngọc Hiền là đảng Cộng Hòa mà tại sao lại phỏng vấn người đảng Dân Chủ. Quý vị, Ngọc Hiền xin phản biện lại. Ông Carlos Manzo, Ngọc Hiền cảm thấy ông ta rất là bảo thủ quý vị. Ông ta là một người giống như là dân chủ, mà dân chủ của thời 70, 80 vậy đó quý vị. Và tuy rằng là chúng tôi có những cái khác biệt, nhưng Ngọc Hiền cảm thấy rằng là ông ta rất là bảo thủ về gia đình, về lối sống, về tất cả những cái việc làm của ông ta, và ông ta ủng hộ cảnh sát, rồi ủng hộ những cái gì mà giá trị trong cuộc sống, và ông ta nói rằng là chẳng lẽ một người Cộng hòa mà không được nói chuyện với lại một người dân chủ hay sao, mà trong khi đó ông nghĩ rằng là giữa Ngọc Hiền với lại ông ta có những cái sự mà hiểu thông cảm với nhau đó, nó còn nhiều hơn là những người Cộng hòa với nhau. Thật sự đó, họ chỉ là những cái con rối puppets. Sometimes, you know, I saw a lot of rhinos, a lot of puppets. They are more ridiculous. They are more, you know, they did a lot of bad stuff, and they are more different than, you know, cruel than Democrats like you. Even though we might have something that are, you know, different of, there are a lot of things, but since I talked to you from the beginning until now, I found a lot of comments between you and I. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's like I said, it's about being one community. You know, I've always felt that way. We need to be good humans. You know, good humans and then I always thought, if you want to keep it simple, I try to keep it simple. Say, treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yes.
You can't go wrong with that. You want to be respected, you got to show respect.
Yeah.
When you want somebody to be kind to you, you be kind to them.
Correct.
That's the way that we should be conducting ourselves, living our lives, and hopefully, you know, we can build a better community for our children. I have like I said, I have 4 adult children and 4 grandchildren, and I want them to grow up in a community that respects each other, and it's safe, and it's a successful community, and hopefully that we can do that. There's a question here on the comment.
That's one question I would like to ask you. Yes. Question for Mr. Manzo. Westminster City Council had a culture of divided, and it seemed like they are manipulating the whole council. How can you straighten this out?
Well, that's how we've been speaking about. The manipulation is about telling lies to the community, about, you know, and it's all for political purposes.
Yes.
You know, it's all for political purposes, and I've seen the destruction that they create when I pay attention. Even though I don't speak Vietnamese, but I have some residents that friends that help me translate. Yeah. But I don't need to speak Vietnamese to be able to see the destruction that these folks are doing to our community. And I see that, you know, that until we root those bad actors away out, that we can't have a healthy city. We need to stop voting for those type of people where we can see that they're just there for their own self-interest instead of being for the community. Currently, right now, people who watch our meetings, you know, they can see who those 2 are. You know, they can see that they're not there to serve the people; they're just there to serve themselves, to serve their bosses who run them. They work; they're the puppets of the people who run them. And hopefully, that I can't do it by myself. I can't. We need the community. We need the community to come together and show us that fight for yourselves, fight for us, fight for the city to stop voting for those people. You know, come to the city council meetings, express your opinions, express your concerns, and only with you together can we do this. I know that I've been out there as much as I can. The mayor has been out there as much as he can, but we need your help at the community. We need you guys to come out and express your opinion and stop voting for these people who are just there for themselves. We can keep calling them out, but we need you. We need the community to help us.
Yes, that is really good answers, because I saw that they put like the yellow flags in front of themselves, and then they always wear like the caravats, like the tie, yellow, red,
Oh yeah.
red stripes, and then the Vietnamese, the southern of Vietnam, Republic of Vietnam, they thought that, oh, these people are for the southern of Vietnam, the Republic of Vietnam, and they are fighting for the refugee, the anti-communist, because we came here by boat, or we escaped from Vietnam, and we are the descendants, or we have like the roots of soldiers who serve in the Republic of Vietnam. Yes, so everybody thought that, oh, these people are working for the people in the cities of Westminster, for the refugee people, but then they just only work for themselves. Okay,
Yeah.
I have one audience on the line.
Sure.
Hello.
Anh khỏe không?
Yes, khỏe. Dạ, chào anh. Dạ.
Dạ. Xuống đây gặp mấy cô, mấy chú với lại anh Charlie, anh Phỏng rồi vui quá.
Dạ, Ngọc Hiền đăng live đó nha anh Hòa.
Sorry.
Dạ.
Anh nghĩ là bây giờ Hòa đang nói chuyện ở trên cái.
Dạ, xin lỗi, Ngọc Hiền tưởng đâu anh gọi vào để đặt câu hỏi. Thì Ngọc Hiền đang phỏng vấn anh Carlos Manzo đó. Dạ. Yeah, sure. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, hi, Carlos.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. Thank you on the Ngọc Hiền TV today.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, we Vietnamese community. I would like to, have a little voice and spread out your great work for the community. And we always be with you and supporting you. And I know now, today, we only have 2 days to go.
Yes.
But I hope that you can catch your vote as many as possible. And the Vietnamese people will always be with you and supporting you.
I really appreciate your support. Yes, I really do hope so, that the community comes out and votes for myself and votes for Mark Wynn in District 3. And I really appreciate all of your good. I see on the comments all the wishes, the well wishes, and the love that you're showing. And I'm with you guys 100%. And hopefully, I have a good future in our city going forward. So I appreciate your kind words. Thank you very much.
Yes, we do. We always want to see the Westminster is getting better. As I keep watching all, the meeting going on, and I know the situation. But I hope that a coming year, and we get a little better and more, beautiful for the Westminster. Thank you so much for your represent.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, anh Hòa.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. So I saw that you fight, and you help Mr. Mayor and Vice Mayor to fight, to combat against the gangster. I know that they have big gangster, and the people behind them supporting them a lot. So I need you, and I need you to stand with them to combat this, this gangster, because I know that this gangster been in the political war, world, been long time. So yes, and you know what? I heard the rumors that they are handshake with the communist, business. and businesswomen from Vietnam. So I'm really worried about the city of Westminster. That's why every meeting, 2 weeks, I watch the whole meetings. I was live with my audience. So because we have a lot of audience from not just in this in the United States, but all around the world, and everyone was worried and care about city of Westminster. Yeah.
Well, you're a brave person for watching those meetings. It's not easy. Not easy. It's not easy sitting in through them, and I'm sure it's not easy watching them. I'm sure maybe you want to throw something on the TV or something.
You're right.
I'm hoping that for a better future, hopefully, maybe after the elections they would settle down, but I don't think so. But as long as if the community makes the right decision and elects Mark and myself, then we'll be okay.
Yes, yes. That's why when I said, in order for you and Mark and Mr. Mayor to stay there and to combat against the communism that manipulating our city, our heart cities, we need you and Mark Nguyen need your vote, the residents' votes, and they need to help and support you. Without the votes, you cannot do anything, right?
That's why we need the community. And I know there's some. I mean, I asked the community if you get a call from some of the former elected officials to hand over your ballot and that they will fill it out for you. No, do not do that. You fill it out yourself, put it in the mail, or go vote in person yourself, because we cannot have that that ballot harvesting, what they call, those folks taking your ballots and filling it out the way they want to fill it out. So just please vote for us, for Mark and myself, and we'll keep fighting the good fight, and making sure that we have a city we can be proud of.
Yes.
A city that's going to be there for our children, for our future. So
yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, ông Carlos Manzo rất là cần sự ủng hộ. Ông ta nói rằng với nếu như không có những cái sự ủng hộ và những cái phiếu bầu của quý vị, ông Carlos Manzo hay là thị trưởng hay là anh Mark Nguyễn không thể nào làm được việc để chiến đấu chống lại cái bọn băng đảng này, bởi vì họ có rất là nhiều người đứng đằng sau lưng để mà ủng hộ cho họ, giật dây họ, quý vị. Và Ngọc Hiền, giống như nãy Ngọc Hiền nói rằng đây là một cái thành trì chống cộng, một cái trái tim, một cái nôi mà cộng đồng người Việt không chỉ là ở tại đất nước Hoa Kỳ này, nhưng trên toàn thế giới đều quan tâm và rất là lo lắng cho cái thành trì chống cộng này. Cho nên Ngọc Hiền mong rằng ông ta sẽ được I hope that you will re-elect this. And I pray, I went to church this afternoon. I talked to you, right? I went to church, and then I went to church and I pray for you, for and Mark and Mr. Mayor. I'm really concerned, and I'm really, worried. So I pray really hard.
One day you have to come and visit us, or maybe I have to come visit you so we can have coffee. Have some coffee.
Yes. Yeah. I went there last time and I saw you. I think you don't know me yet, but I know you because you are on TV a lot, on YouTube a lot, and you are well known everywhere in the world, because Vietnamese community, we are really grateful and thankful to your fight and work with Mr. Mayor to protect our community, Vietnamese community, non-communist, because I'm really concerned about it.
So can I answer Mr. Andy Nguyen? he has a question here.
Oh, he has a question. Okay.
Yeah, it just says, "Are you an electrician and a supervisor of a business? Can you say something about your business?" So yes, I'm in the electrical field. As a teenager in the summertime, I worked summers in the electrical field, and then I stayed with it after high school, and I worked my way up to a supervisor. So I'm a supervisor for a company that's based out of the city of Santa Ana, and I supervise about almost 70 employees.
Oh.
So yeah, so I manage the field operations for all the different projects that we have throughout Orange County and some LA County and Riverside County. So yeah, that's my day job. It is a stressful job. Construction is a stressful business, but people ask me, why you run for city council when you have such a stressful job?
Oh yes.
And the reason is because I care. My wife and I have been here in the city for, like I said, since the 1980s, and I have the mentality. We need to stop complaining. We have enough complainers. People complain, oh, this or that. Okay, let's do something. So I did. So then I got involved, and I'm doing something. And I know that it's the city council and the city, our residents, they're bigger than me, more important. So I need to help. How can I help? So that's why I got involved, and that's why I'm still involved, even though I'm up at 4 o'clock. My alarm goes off at 4 a.m. And I'm off out of the door like by 5 a.m. And I don't get home. Sometimes in the summer, I don't get home till 6.
Wow.
The day is late, it's a different day, but I care about our community, and I care about our residents, so that I want to help. So that's why I do what I do.
Yes.
Even though I have a stressful job, so somebody's got to do it, and I know that that the city needs me right now, and I'm going to be here for the city as long as the residents want me to be here. To answer Mr. Andy Wynn's questions.
Yes, anh Andy, hồi nãy xin lỗi là Ngọc Hiền nói để trở lại nhưng mà chưa kịp, nhưng mà ông Carlos Manzo rất là hay, là ông đã nhìn thấy cái câu hỏi của anh và ông trả lời cái câu hỏi của anh là ông là giám sát, supervisor là giám sát về điện, kỹ sư về điện đó quý vị. Thì ông ta làm trong một cái công ty mà về chuyên xây cất nhà cửa đó, thì nhưng mà ông ta chuyên về điện quý vị, nhưng mà dưới ông ta coi tới 70 người lận, giám sát tới 70 người, cho nên là dưới ông ta tới 70 nhân viên lận quý vị. Và ông ta nói rằng là có nhiều người hỏi là tại sao ông làm việc, ông nói rằng ông làm việc từ 5 giờ sáng là ông phải đi làm rồi, cho đến 6 giờ ông mới đi về, làm rất là coi như là đi làm từ 5 giờ sáng đến 6 giờ chiều mới về. Nhưng mà tại sao lại làm thêm cái công việc là nghị viên của thành phố Westminster, nó rất là stress, nó rất là căng thẳng. Nhưng mà ông ta nói rằng là bởi vì ông ta cảm thấy cái thành phố Westminster rất là ông ta yêu cái thành phố Westminster và ông ta muốn bảo vệ cái thành trì. Thứ nhất, thứ hai nữa là ông ta làm cái này cho con cháu của ông ta quý vị, bảo vệ cho cái thế hệ mai sau, và ông ta muốn giúp cho cộng đồng của chúng ta, cho nên là ông ta mới tiếp tục để mà ứng cử và vào cái chức nghị viên của thành phố Westminster. Yes, before we say goodbye, would you please say some some words to my audience, and we will say goodbye.
Okay, again, thank you so much for having me on your show. It was an honor and it was fun. Thank you for all the residents, and again on your comments and your wishes. And I pray that we have a better future going forward. And I ask for the community's help in that, because we can't do it by ourselves. We need the residents to help. Again, thank you for your support. Thank you for what you do to keep your audience informed. What you do is you have an important job as well, to be there and providing that information to our residents, and the correct information to our residents. So
Yes.
thank you so much for what you do, and again,
Yes.
thank you for having me on your show.
Yes, cảm ơn quý khán thính giả và đặc biệt là khán thính giả của Ngọc Hiền TV đã theo dõi rất là, phải nói rất là theo dõi và đã đặt câu hỏi rất là nhiều, và đã có những cái lời bình luận rất là, phải nói rằng là ủng hộ ông ta. Ông ta cảm thấy rất là ấm cúng quý vị, và những cái sự ủng hộ của quý vị đóng một vai trò rất là quan trọng cho ông Carlos Manzo, và ông Carlos Manzo cũng mong quý vị bầu phiếu, dồn phiếu cho ông Carlos Manzo. Nếu như quý vị những cái phiếu mà bầu mà nó không có về tay của ổng thì ổng cũng không làm gì được quý vị, tại vì ông ta rất là có tinh thần phục vụ cho cộng đồng của chúng ta, đặc biệt là cộng đồng người Việt quốc gia của chúng ta. Nhưng quý vị phải bỏ phiếu cho anh Carlos Manzo cùng với lại anh Mark Nguyễn. Hai cái ghế này rất là quan trọng, và hai cái ghế này là hai cái thành trì để chúng ta duy trì cái thành phố Westminster của chúng ta không cộng sản quý vị. Cảm ơn quý vị thật là nhiều. Thank you, Mr. Carlos Manzo. I wish you all the lucks and you will re-elect this Tuesday. Let me know and I will pray for you, and my audience will pray for you and will vote for you and will support you.
Thank you very much.
So this Tuesday, and we'll work from now on, okay?
All right. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Good night.
Bye. Yes.